My great-grandmother, Mima Moore, she died when I was about 4 years old. And there's a funny story that has been told to me, and I hope I relay this one correctly, especially since Bama, who told it to us, is here tonight. Funny story happened at the funeral home when she passed away. My cousin Alex Lauderdale, Alex May now, she was about 3 years old at the time, and we had been told, Mima, when she died, she'd gone to heaven. So the day of the funeral came, and Charlie and Jolie were trying to figure out what to do with Alex, couldn't find a babysitter, and they didn't really want her, as a 3-year-old, going to the funeral, to the visitation. You know, the danger is there's an open casket, she sees Mima, it's causing more pain and hurt. And so they couldn't find anybody to keep Alex. They were trying to figure it out, what we're going to do with Alex. And so decided to take a chance, going to take her to the funeral home, hope everything's going to be okay. Thought maybe, surely, casket will be closed, nothing to worry about. They get to the funeral home. They walk into the room, and Alex spots the open casket. And she's darting through people, peeks into the casket. She sees Mima laying there. But she's not upset. She is confused. So she looks back, I think she looks back at Bama, and asks with confusion, what's she doing here? She thought Mima had gone to heaven, and she thought her body was in heaven. So what is she doing here in this funeral home? What is she doing in this open casket? There's another story. When one of our other great-grandmothers passed away, we were told she's gone to heaven. She's gone to heaven. And so one day we're in the car. This is after the funeral, after she's been buried. And we're in the car. Addie is in the car. My sister Addie's in the car. And she realized where we were. She looked around, saw we were near the cemetery where Mima was buried. And so Addie points out, she's all excited, points out the window, exclaims to the rest of everybody in the car, there's heaven. The cemetery is not heaven. The funeral home is not heaven. But as young children, well, we don't fully understand it. We didn't fully understand it. Thankfully, funeral home, thankfully, cemetery is not heaven. Thankfully, this world, as it currently is and as we are living in, is not heaven. Paul says this, and this is 2 Corinthians chapter 4, starting in verse 16. So we do not lose heart, though our outer self is wasting away. Our inner self is being renewed day by day. For this light momentary affliction, this life that we're living through with its pain and sorrow, it is preparing us for an eternal weight of glory. It's preparing us for heaven beyond all comparison as we look not to the things that we can see with our own eyes, not to the things that are seen, but to the things that are unseen. As we wait and look for the things that are unseen. This is the last part of this, verse 18. For the things that are seen are transient, but the things that are unseen are eternal. We're living for heaven. And we know and we understand, as the song says, this world is not my home. Paul puts it as a light. This world, this life, the pain, the trials we endure now, it's a light, momentary affliction. Because we are living for something that is so much better. We're living for eternity. Where there is no pain or sorrow, where there's no sickness or stress, busyness or loneliness. I heard a preacher say one time that now, quote unquote, now yells louder, but later lasts longer. The right here, the right now, what is right in front of us appears to be everything to us at times. Everything that we feel right here, right now, appears to be everything that there is to live for. But there is so much more down the road, as Paul will say, things that are unseen. Things that are down the road are eternal. Now yells louder. It's right here, right in our face. It's yelling loud. But later, it lasts longer. It lasts for eternity. And so my question, my encouragement for us tonight is, what are you living for? What are you living every day for? Not what do you say you're living for when you show up Wednesday, 7 o'clock? What do you say you're living for Sunday when you show up for worship and Bible study? Not just in those moments, but tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., what are you living for? Tomorrow night, 8 p.m., what are you living for? What are you living for? I know that the right now, it does yell loudly. The pain, the sorrow, the list that we've mentioned, it's loud, it's distracting. It can seem to be everything. The encouragement tonight is, let's live every day, every moment of our lives for later, for heaven, for eternity. Live for later, because later gets better. If you're here tonight and it is the case that you are living in a lot of pain, sorrow, sickness, stress, whatever it is, we want to pray with you tonight. We want to encourage you. As we talked about in our class, everybody in the body matters to the body. Whatever it is you're going through, it's important. It matters. It matters to the church here at Wood Avenue. So we want to pray with you. If you have been studying and you decided tonight's the night, I need to commit my life to Christ, I need to be baptized for the forgiveness of my sins, we want that to also happen. Or if you need to study, you decide, I need to study with somebody, we want you to take that step. Whatever it is, whatever we can help you with, won't you come as together we stand and as we sing.